Hey everybody, good afternoon. Tuesday afternoon if you're on the West Coast, and almost Tuesday evening if you are on the East Coast. I just wanted to say hi to everybody, and for those of you who can see, I have pugs on my shirt. Just a little something to add, a little bit of lightness and something to make me smile in what is a rough week. And I just wanted to chat a little bit with you folks. I know that in trying to be a leader through times of fear and uncertainty, it's tough. It's not an easy task, but I know many of us are committed to it. I have people reaching out to me either to vent or to ask how I'm doing or to share or to have questions about what do I do? And so I just wanted to share really quickly the need to move from a state of fear into a state of focus and to take that energy and make it positive, because when we live in a state of fear, we're not able to be in service to other people. We can't focus on that. And we have more to focus on today than we ever have before. For many, you have children at home, so you're having to focus on their schoolwork, and you've got your employees who have so much more uncertainty and whatnot going on in their lives. So being in service to them, spouses, friends, elderly family members, and so it's more important now than ever to maximize our ability to be there and to be of service to other people. And that extends to our customers and our clients. We need to be at our best as leaders. And fear is something that just it drains energy. And fear, I'll couple that with stress, anxiety, and those are bred out of uncertainty. And times like this where there's a lot of unknowns. So I just wanted to share one of the tips that I keep reminding myself of, and that is one, we need to manage our thoughts. This is not just mindset, but our consumption of what we're paying attention to. It's so easy to go down the rabbit hole of reading on social media, reading the news. It can be addictive, even though it just compounds feelings of fear or extreme feelings when there's nothing we can do about it. It's important to stay informed, to know the latest, understand what we can do to contribute. But there's a crossover point where it's not productive. So I know managing my consumption is very important to keep me from going down the rabbit hole. And I'll use an example that is less personal, but I remember when that young soccer team was in Thailand, was stuck in the caves. I mean, I was fixated on that from day one. And it had a happy ending, and so the fixation led to good. I didn't influence it in any way, but it didn't have a horrible ending. But I spent a lot of time on it, and it was not productive. But now more than ever, spending our time that way keeps us from being productive. And so we need to manage our consumption. And instead, as leaders, choose to be a part of the creation. What is the information that we want to put out there? Whether it's encouraging, whether it's supportive, of service, what can that be? What can that message be? And that goes for in your home. What is the creation? What's the message? What am I going to be sharing? How am I going to choose to show up and to be? And that still means to be authentic. You don't need to fake it till you make it, although I think I spent all of my 20s and maybe half of my 30s believing it was a fake it till you make it. But this is stressful and it's uncertain. So we can own that and still choose to focus, choose to be productive, choose to serve other people. The next is, I would suggest, is to ask yourself the question, what's going on in the heads of fill in the blank? Who are the people that are important to you? Your children, your spouses, your friends, your parents, siblings, neighbors, your team members, and your customers. So for those of you who have a business, who I tend to focus on companies that are in that mid-sized range, and a lot of times it's the founders of the company, and so their feelings are tightly coupled to the livelihoods of their employees in a very first-hand, real way. And so asking what's going on in the heads of those people. And asking, if you come up blank, ask the question. And don't assume that your experience is the same as everybody, but that's the first thing, because that's what we want to address, is those concerns. And sometimes addressing is just listening. Other times it is encouraging, offering support, solution, but a lot of times it is just listening. So asking what's going on in their heads, and then if you think you might have a solution or something that you can offer to be of service, is to ask yourself, why am I thinking of this solution and why now? So I'm going to put this in the context of business, but it applies everywhere. If you believe you have a solution that can help people in this immediate time, then you absolutely should be reaching out and extending that to people. But you should ask yourself the question first, why this solution and why now, based on what's going on in their head today. And that really, answering those authentically is a way to really stay connected with the people around us, our employees, our team members, our partners, so that we're being creative, being innovative about how we can be of service, and at the same time, in no way, shape, or form being opportunistic. This is the time, and really it should always be the time to err significantly on the side of generosity and what can we do for other people. And if that is through your business, then absolutely ask what's going on in the heads of our customers and our employees. What do they need? How can I help them get there? And then why am I thinking of this solution and why now? I hope y'all are hanging in there. If anybody needs to chat, wants to chat, needs a listening ear, or wants to brainstorm, just drop a comment in the messages or direct message me, and I'm happy to hop on a call and encourage anyone or brainstorm whatever you may need. And hang in there, everybody. And hopefully you have toilet paper.